Launching the 2026 Big East Softball Championship presented by Jeep. On a gorgeous spring day outside of Chicago, we're running it back from last year for the second straight year for a Big East Softball Championship. The Creighton Blue Jays take on the UConn Huskies. One of the first games of this tournament back on Thursday was these same two teams. Creighton lost to UConn 9-3, almost forgetting that game. Then Creighton led 3-0, but UConn scored the last 9. Creighton's fought their way back to the championship game to take on UConn for the second straight season. Evan Stockton, Bria Losick alongside the rest of our outstanding crew. Wherever you're watching, however you're doing it, thanks for making the Big East Softball Championship part of your Saturday sports buffet. As we've talked about, these two teams played for the championship last year, and it was kind of over before it began. UConn scored not one, not two, not three, 12 runs in the second inning alone as they steamrolled Creighton to an 18-4 win. That was a monumental day for Connecticut softball. It was their first Big East Tournament championship in almost a quarter century. They hadn't won it since 2001. The parade to home plate made sure that they were celebrating, spraying water on one another, and celebrating the title. And as Bria, we've already talked about, these two teams played earlier this week. Creighton got off to the good start, but then UConn rolled after that.
Yeah, 3 runs in that first inning for Creighton, but then after that, they couldn't score again. UConn, on the other hand, exploded on offense. 7 extra base hits and all 9 reach base. They are heavy power from top to bottom, and Kat Pettis happens to be on the team Big East Player of the Year.
Kat hit that home run in that game as Jessica Walter pitched darn well in the circle. Creighton is trying to dethrone UConn, trying to win this game and make sure we have one more today. Huskies trying to win the crown when you come on back to Rosemont. The center of the entire Big East softball world this long weekend in Rosemont, not too far from Chicago. It's been Parkway Bank Softball Complex, and for the second straight year, Connecticut plays Creighton for a Big East championship. Double elimination, and Creighton has already lost one, so if they win this game, we would have a true winner-take-all championship later on today. Bria, for those who haven't watched all weekend, what do they got to know about this Creighton lineup?
Well, we're on record watch for a handful of players, but especially Lily West. She's 1 away from tying and 2 away from taking the all-time career hits record for the Blue Jays.
Going to be a challenge in the circle. Yesterday, when UConn beat Butler in the semifinal 12-1, Caprice Bomer out of the bullpen was the definition of electric.
Yeah,
4 scoreless innings, 2 hits, and 6 Ks. She was really, really good.
Jessica Walter started that game, and she came in and she used so many of her tools. 6 strikeouts, but more impressively, no walks on the day.
Off we go, right on time at 1:05, 69 degrees, a perfect spring day at first pitch. And Kaylin Schultz to battle Caprice Bomer to start this championship. Inside the circle, Bria, what do you think Bomer's attack plan is going to be against that Creighton lineup? You were talking about so much depth to it.
Yeah, it's really 1 through 9 that can get it done for this Blue Jays lineup. 8 of those Blue Jays are above 290 in batting average. So Bomer really, she likes to challenge hitters upstairs, and she'll definitely use her curveball to both sides. Her put-away pitch, just watch out for the changeup as well.
That's a weird start. Bomer yesterday in 4 innings didn't walk anybody. It took her 4 pitches to walk somebody today.
Yeah, that's been a theme that we've seen for a lot of pitchers, is early on giving up some really key walks. And Bomer is really the only one in the circle this entire weekend that hasn't fallen victim to that. We'll see how she responds right now.
Tara Vandewater steps in, the high-profile transfer from Oklahoma State. What a year she has had, and she has kept it up this weekend of the Big East Championship. 2 homers against Providence on Thursday. 2 more hits against Butler yesterday. Doubled, drove in 2 more. Tara's been darn near automatic this weekend in Rosemont, and she has a problem every time she steps into the box.
And now yesterday, she got her 58th RBI, so she's now tied for 2nd single-season Creighton record. 2 away of taking it.
Got a battle here, down in the count. Lily West waits on deck, by the way. We're on history watch for her, too. If she gets 2 hits today, she breaks the Creighton career record. Remember, in the first game that these 2 teams played earlier this week, Creighton scored 3 runs, and they all came in the top of the first. They got to Connecticut early, but then the bats went cold the rest of the game. Wave and a miss. Vandewater goes down.
And right there is what we saw from Caprice Bomer yesterday. Like we said, 6 strikeouts, and this one looks just as pretty. Goes upstairs.
So here comes Lily West, one of the best players they've ever had. Already been a productive weekend for her. A couple of RBI doubles in this weekend already. She had a 2-run double against UConn on Thursday. 1 more hit and she ties the Creighton career hits record. Bomer ahead, gets ahead. Bria, this is what she did so remarkably well yesterday, and it's pivotal against hitters like Lily West, who is on the verge of history.
Yeah, a handful of milestones that you see. 1 hit away from tying the school career record, 3 runs shy as well, and then 3 doubles as well.
Lily came into the weekend with 242 career hits. She's now up to 244. 245 will permanently put her name at the top of the Creighton record books. Stays alive. Man, this is what's fun. Even so early in a championship game, every moment just means a little bit more. Because remember, both these teams, you lose today and you're done. It's not quite in some other conferences where you can lose in your conference tournament and you'll still make the NCAA tournament. Not just conference championships on the line today, but seasons are on the line too. Fouled off. Blue Jays are making Bomer work here in the first. That's already 15 pitches.
Yeah, threw 4 yesterday. She only threw about 60 pitches.
And as we talked about, she commanded that strike zone. 39 strikes by Bomer yesterday amongst those 60 pitches she threw. Line drive, it's down, and Lily West has tied the record. Schultz is racing around third, coming to the plate, she scores! What a start for the Blue Jays.
Clutch hitting by Lily West, and there's a reason why she's one of the best in Blue Jay history. You see it right there, 245. She has set the standard for what it means to be a Blue Jay, according to head coach Krista Wood.
And right now, I don't think she cares about that all that much. She cares about that her team is on the board. Again, think of this from a human perspective. This is a Creighton program that the UConn program is kind of their boogie woman. Krista Wood knows that. They've lost 7 out of 8 to UConn. They lost to them in the title last year by 14 runs. It's got to feel darn good to get off to this good start.
Yeah, especially because the Blue Jays are 0-3 in Big East title games. They have gotten the automatic bid before when they were a part of the Missouri Valley Conference, but it's eluded them in the Big East.
Keegan Mayhew ended yesterday's game against Butler. They got Creighton to this championship game. It was a walk-off of sorts, a 3-run home run that gave Creighton a 9-0 run rule win. West is hoping to run fast from second. And look, from the other perspective, if you're UConn, you don't want to give Creighton any sort of momentum. You have Bomer in the circle, who was outstanding yesterday. This is not the start they expected. Bomer's got her second strikeout. Both are swinging.
Yeah, she's got the stuff to put you away.
Let's take another peek at history. Lily West, the RBI double to the gap that got Schultz all the way from first. Another sweet swing and a career full of them.
And now she's one away as well of tying that RBI record.
Running on anything with 2 outs here. Zoe Greenwood to the plate. She has had a heck of a freshman season. Hit hard, nice play at second. Backhanded, stopped by Ring to get the out. And damage limited for Creighton. But history has happened. Lily West's RBI double ties the career record, and the Blue Jays lead.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify, banking built for real life. No jargon, no hassle, just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more, spend smarter, build wealth? We've got your back. With 0 hidden fees and game-changing savings rates, this is banking that fits your life. Alumnify, let's go.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Last year's lineup for the Connecticut Huskies that beat Creighton in this Big East softball championship was outstanding, top to bottom. This year, although they've lost some pieces from that excellent lineup last year, there's still a lot of talent in this Husky lineup.
Yeah, and you talk about Emma Willers there in the middle of it. 4 for 4 yesterday, 2 home runs, a double, a single. If you're following, that's 1 triple shy of the cycle.
Going to be quite a challenge inside the circle for Landry Harris, who has not started yet this weekend for Creighton, but she's pitched a lot. She's come in relief a lot, Bria, for Audrey Gilman. What do we need to know about her?
Yeah, UConn has already faced Harris in relief, like you said. She throws low to mid-60s, and her pitch mix is simple. Fastball, changeup, and the rise ball. That's what she was really perfecting with Coach Wood in the bullpen pregame. They were really working on that rise ball, so expect that to be an important piece today.
The line for Harris when she pitched against these Connecticut Huskies on Thursday: 2 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned. She walked 3. Among her 56 pitches, 28 were strikes. Savannah Ring leads off the inning for the Huskies. Just made a nice defensive play to limit Creighton damage in the top of the first. Lily West, an RBI double that ties her for the Creighton career record in hits, has given the Blue Jays a 1-0 lead. Harris, the sophomore from Flower Mound, Texas, not too far from Dallas. Pitching to Savannah Ring from Northern Jersey, from Wyckoff. This Connecticut program is kind of built on players like Savannah Ring. Laura Valentino, their head coach, told us about Savannah. You know, when she came in her freshman year, I didn't like her buy-in. She wasn't hustling in one of her games in her freshman year, so I just pulled her. And now I can't imagine life without her. They're gonna miss her. In the air to right, Barnard's coming in, makes the play. We will follow the wind all day. However many games we play, Bria, in warm-ups, that wind was whipping the flags beyond the outfield fence.
Yeah, it's been pretty consistent since first pitch. And with two power lineups like these two, I mean, you never know when it's gonna be hit out. They don't need help, but they'll take it for sure.
Creighton will be uber careful with Kat Pettis all day. Big East Player of the Year, who get a home run off of them on Thursday. In that game, UConn won 9-3. This is one way to keep Kat Pettis down. Get ahead on her, 0-2. Sophomore from outside Binghamton. Or Valentino has seen Kat Pettis win the Big East Player of the Year this year. Third straight year, one of her Connecticut Huskies has won the award. It was Lexi Hastings, 2024, Grace Jenkins in 2025. I got a sneaking suspicion both of those women are following this game closely. They may be watching right now. If they are, hi guys. Pettis, big hack, hangs tough.
It just goes to show the recruiting power of this UConn team and Lauren Valentino's staff, and as well as just how they've been able to develop hitters.
Good at bat brewing here for Pettis. Coach Valentino is not one of those coaches that's unafraid to smile during the game. You will see a smile cracked, but right now we're all business. You can't blame her. Pettis slow roll to third. Perez, big stretch, nice play, 2 gone.
Yeah, great job there by the freshman Mayhew at first. Lunging, almost goes into the splits and makes sure to retire Pettis there. And like you said earlier in the at-bat, the best way to retire the Big East Player of the Year is get her down to 2 strikes and do some soft contact.
Hitting the ground ball on the left side of this Creighton infield is a thankless task. You got Erica Perez at third, very capable. And then Pearson at shortstop, 3-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Perez has had some really impressive plays over the weekend. I'm thinking of when she went outstretched over her head, solid line drive, and just nabbed it out of the air yesterday.
On cue, right to Pearson. She'll make that play all day. And that's a heck of a start for Landry Harris and the Creighton Blue Jays. Got to win this game to stay alive and face a winner-take-all tonight. It's a good start after 1. This could be a historic day for Creighton softball. They've never won the Big East. UConn, until last year, hadn't won the Big East in almost 25 years. Krista Wood's team off to a good start. RBI double from Lily West in the first has made it 1-0. They held UConn off the board in the bottom of the first, and they're trying to get rid of Husky Demons today. They've lost 7 of their last 8 to Connecticut. They lost to them in the championship last year, 18-4. The whole season for Creighton has been building to this very day. Perez, base hit right field. And the Blue Jays have the leadoff batter on in both innings to start today.
Good approach there by Perez, and it's been a mixed bag for Caprice Bomer. Like you said, leadoff hitter on twice. She has 2 Ks on the day. We'll see if the Blue Jays can get to her a little bit more.
They'll run for Perez at first. Emma Bailey, who's run for multiple Blue Jays throughout this Big East championship, will take Perez's spot at first. You know, Lord knows we've made mistakes this weekend, and I'd just like to put my hand up and apologize for the fact that we haven't told you Ashton Pearson's nickname yet. It is one of the finest nicknames I've ever heard. She's the Wizard of Wamego. Her hometown is Wamego, Kansas. She has that nickname for 2 reasons. One, she's wickedly good. See what I did there? On defense. She is 3-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year. And her hometown, Wamego, Kansas, actually has a Wizard of Oz museum. They've got their own yellow brick road and everything. It's very cool.
She is wickedly good, and just to show that, I mean, she has 99 career hits, so 1 away from that big 100.
Pearson yesterday made an outstanding defensive play. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it in the commercial. Pop up and foul ground down the left field line, and she looked a bit like Superman, diving and making a great catch. Going inside again. Caprice Bomer's best thing yesterday, Bria, was getting ahead in counts and throwing strikes. She just has not done that yet today in the circle.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a give and take. That first inning could have ballooned into something more. She was able to handle the Blue Jays and get those big 2 Ks.
Bunt drop down, throw to first. Pearson beat it out. 2 on and nobody out.
Ashton Pearson doing her job, not only getting the runner over, but she gets on for her 100th hit as a Blue Jay.
This is a heck of a way to make history. Legging it out down the line.
Right, it never comes easy.
That's poetry in motion for the Wizard of Wamego. Barnard shows butt, drops that one foul. Creighton has got to be thinking in this game. They played Connecticut today once, they hope twice. Keep going. Because remember what happened the first time they played this week. Creighton was up 3-0 after the first, and then the bats went cold. They didn't score after that. Probably while they're trying to manufacture a couple of more runs here. Barnard's trying to get a bunt down right now.
Yeah, and almost every Blue Jay on the base pass has a lot of speed. They're top of the Big East as a team in stolen bases, and they will run.
By the way, this is Creighton's 3rd different uniform of the weekend. They've worn navy blue, they've worn powder blue, and we believe that's black. If not, it's an extremely navy blue. Wave and a miss. Big time strikeout for Bomer. That's her 3rd swinging strikeout in 8 batters faced.
Time and time again, that's exactly what she's done when under pressure. It goes inside and down. 3rd K of the day.
Ella Dalton's been a 9-hitter in name only this weekend for Creighton. She has hits in every single game, and the home run she hit against Providence on Thursday night If it didn't hit the top of the bleachers, it may still be flying. That thing was crushed. We do have a few folks sitting in those right field bleachers today. Great to see the good crowd that's filed in here in Rosemont. A lot of Big East softball championships have been played here over the years. Back here in Rosemont this year, after last year UConn and Creighton played for the title on Villanova's campus. UConn trying to win the Big East softball championship for the second straight year. That has happened a fair amount in this conference. Villanova, the last program to do it. Wave and a miss. Caprice Bomer is showing some guts right now, trying to get out of a jam.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts with 2 runners on. And she stays calm in these situations. She's went to that outside pitch a couple times and has gotten some chase.
So 4 strikeouts for Bomer. She had 6 in 4 innings yesterday against Butler. But the challenge gets larger here. Top of the lineup coming up for the Blue Jays. Kaylin Schultz about to come to the box.
And she had a great day against UConn in the first round. 3 hits.
Couple of doubles, Bria, in that game. She's having a great weekend. 6 combined hits, 3 combined doubles. Schultz has walked and scored today. So that outfield for UConn must be at the ready. Still very early on in this Big East softball championship. But this is a big moment. Creighton had 2 on and nobody out. Now it's 2 on and 2 out. Does this opportunity go by the wayside? Does Bomer get out of the jam? Or do the Blue Jays get a couple of more big runs early on? Back-to-back singles from Perez and Pearson to start the inning. Ashton Pearson's was a bunt single. But Bomer's battled back. Back-to-back strikeouts to get a couple of big outs. Schultz thought about it, did not go. 2-1.
Coach Krista Wood of Creighton said that she wants Kaylin Schultz in big situations. A transfer from South Dakota State.
3-1. A big pitch here, because I don't think Bomer wants to pitch to Vandewater with the bases loaded. This may be the action pitch for Schultz. With Bailey, that runner at second. Ball 4. They will pitch to Tara Vandewater, one of the best hitters in the Big East, with the bases loaded.
Kaylin Schultz at the top of the lineup for the Blue Jays is not one to strike out and chase, and she stays disciplined at the plate to load the bases.
Vandewater puts a charge into one. Breslin to her right has got room, and Vandewater just got under it. And crisis averted for UConn. Creighton leaves them loaded. Laura Valentino's pitcher inside that circle. Caprice Bomer just got out of a jam. Creighton had him loaded with 2 outs. They had first and second with nobody out and no runs across. So 4, 5, 6 coming up for Connecticut. Haley Kupal, Emma Willers, and Caitlin Kibling. After UConn went down 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first. An excellent beginning for Landry Harris in her first start in this weekend's Big East tournament. Kupal, the senior, one of the returners from last year's champs for UConn. It's a lineup that lost the Jenkins sisters, a lineup that lost Lexi Hastings, but pieces are back that make pitchers like Harris, pitchers across the Big East, very nervous. You know, Haley Kupal's still waiting for a big moment in this Big East softball championship. In the first game against Creighton, she went 0 for 2, did walk a couple of times. Yesterday against Butler, she went 0 for 3. Haley's probably thinking in that right-handed batter's box, I am due. When's my moment? Maybe it comes here.
She's used to it. I mean, last year in the Big East tournament, she hit 600, 6 hits, 5 RBI, even had a big home run.
Popped her up here. Who's gonna call it? Dalton calls it in center. And 4 up, 4 down for Landry Harris.
I have to say, it's interesting to see someone else in the circle at the start of a game for Creighton. Audrey Gilman had 13 innings to herself in this one. 3 starts, and now Harris gets the reins for a big day.
This is a powerful batter at the plate. Emma Willers yesterday against Butler was amazing. She doubled, she homered twice, she had a grand slam, she drove in 6 runs. A freshman from Dallas bursting onto the scene. If you didn't know her name before yesterday, learn it real quick, because that was one heck of a performance.
It was funny yesterday because when she came to the plate in her last at-bat, we were setting it up. You know, she's 1 triple shy of the cycle, and how exciting would that be? And then she's like, I'm just gonna hit another bomb.
A grand slam. There was a moment in that game yesterday where on 3-1, Emma checked her swing, and she thought she held up for ball 4. It was ruled a strike, so she turned right around and hit a home run on the next pitch.
That might be one of my all-time moments from the weekend.
Ball 4. You will not blame any Blue Jay in the circle today for being real careful when Emma Willers comes to the plate.
Yeah, she got moved up on the lineup card for her big day yesterday, and now the first base runner for the Huskies.
1 out and 1 out for Caitlin Kibling, who made a little history herself yesterday. Walked a couple of times against Butler. Set the new UConn career record, 90 walks and counting in her career. She was a menace against this Creighton team on Thursday. 3 hits, 2 triples. She had 5 triples all season before that game against Creighton on Thursday, and then she promptly tripled 2 more times.
And a big reason for that change, according to Coach Valentino, is she's much more upright in her stance this year, so she's gotten more power, been able to get on plane easier. So you'll see her when she stands in the box. She's barely bending her knees, and she looks pretty tall.
Listed on the roster at 5'7". And she stands tall in that box. It's like your parents growing up and you had to take a family picture. Stand up straight. We all heard that a million times. Willers at first, just drew a 1-out walk. Sharply hit to short. To second for 1. Pearson's feed to Vandewater was not that clean. Vandewater made a really nice catch at second base.
Yeah, and then when Vandewater was trying to turn 2, she almost slipped a little bit. So You get the lead runner, which you're happy about, but the base runner remains. And you see it there off to the side and can't get it over.
Do get the out, though. So 2 outs for Ava Calciano. Base hit left field. Went with it the other way, and UConn has 2 on for the first time today.
Great approach with 2 outs. Hit it where they're not. That was the key there going oppo. Did you see the little dance? I like that.
Yeah, that's a perfect piece of hitting right there. That's not a bad pitch from Harris on the outside part of the plate, just a better swing.
Yeah, she reached for it.
Kaylee DeMeo, your batter. She homered against Creighton on Thursday. A bomb into the left field bleachers. No doubt shot. A base hit here, and we're tied at least.
Big pitch there by Harris. And this is the first pressure that she's faced, and conversely, this is the first opportunity that the Huskies have to bring someone home.
Open for 2-out magic. 3rd year for DeMeo at UConn. This is her first year as a full-time member of the starting lineup. Played in 18 games last year. She's been a starter all of this year. Slow roller, foul.
Big spot here for DeMeo, down 2 strikes. She's just gonna protect the plate like she did there.
Landry Harris has been pitching at contact in this game for the Blue Jays. No strikeouts yet. Heidi Barber, the 9-hitter, the catcher, is on deck. Early on, the game rests on the shoulders of Kaylee DeMeo. Wave and a miss. How about that? Landry Harris's first strikeout of this Big East championship leaves 2 Huskies on base. Creighton's trying to get over some Connecticut demons today. And 2 innings in, it's a good start. In conferences like the Big East, you meet a lot of hardworking, courageous people. The most hardworking, courageous man in Rosemont, Illinois this weekend is our home plate umpire for this championship, Chris Tahanika. Around this time last year, made a life-altering decision for him and someone else. He decided to become a living kidney donor. As Chris explained it to us yesterday, he's one of about 200 in America who make that choice every year. Chris lives outside of Syracuse, New York. He decided to go to one of the outstanding local hospitals. And, you know, Bria, when he was explaining to us the process, the thing that fascinated me was about Chris Tahanika's decision to become a living kidney donor was the process that goes into it. You have to be mentally and physically ready to not only go through the procedure, but then come out of the procedure safe and healthy. And Chris freely admitted to us that after it was done, he actually rushed himself back a little bit, set himself back in his rehab. Chris was umpiring softball games overseas within a couple of months of the procedure, but Chris decided, according in his words, to make that decision because he says, I've lived a really good life. I'm coming up on 70 years old. As Lily West hits one to short, Pettis makes a nice play for the first out of the third inning. Chris Tahanika just said, I've lived a great life. I've lived this long, and somebody else should have that chance because of the decision I have made. Really a remarkable story.
Yeah, a great story, and just a legacy that he's willing to leave with someone he doesn't even know. He doesn't know who he donated his kidney to.
Down the line, Chris Tahanika says foul. Bria, that's another really good point you bring up. As part of that decision-making process, as part of that procedure, for a solid year, you actually do not have the ability to find out who you donated to. And it's up to you if you even want to meet that person. And there's a process. You write letters to that person. And Chris said, absolutely, I want to know who it is. So we are coming up on that time where soon, if the person who received his kidney chooses, he can meet who that is. And he was tearing up as he was telling us that part of the story.
Yeah, he was really emotional when talking to us.
For any of Chris's family and friends who may be watching, thank you as well for helping encourage him to make that decision. A remarkable story. And one of the great things of working about collegiate athletics. I know the world has changed in college athletics recently. Keegan Mayhew swinging a miss. Sometimes it feels like we're not always on stable ground right now, but when you have great people like Chris Tahanika involved, I think we're always going to be okay. Oh, by the way, Caprice Bomer now has 5 strikeouts. She's doing a really good job against this Creighton lineup right now.
Yeah, dropped it low in the zone there against Mayhew. And she had 6 yesterday through 4 innings. It's the top of the third now, and she's well on her way to that and more.
Zoe Greenwood to the plate. She grounded out last time. Lily West has brought in the only run of the ball game. RBI double in the first. It tied Creighton's career hits record. Bomer's danced out of danger in this game. Left a Blue Jay on the base paths in the first and left him loaded in the second. So far, this has been the most stress-free inning for Caprice Bomer, but the inning's not over yet. Erica Perez is waiting on deck. She singled to start the second. Creighton had him loaded in the second on a couple of singles and a walk. And Tara Vandewater, one of their best hitters, was at the plate, but she flew out to left. Greenwood hits it, right center field. It's down, it's off the wall. Little 2-out magic for Creighton. The third inning is alive.
And we've said that throughout the weekend. 2-out magic for Creighton. They have gotten it done, situational hitting, and this is a team that yesterday hit about 500 with 2 outs.
Greenwood's had a heck of a freshman year. She has been a doubles machine. She tied for the Big East lead in doubles this year, and Zoe's got another one to extend this top of the third for a Blue Jays team that's trying to beat UConn for just the second time in the last 9 games they've played against them. Friendly reminder for you, if Creighton wins this game, because the tournament is double elimination and UConn hasn't lost yet, we would have a true championship winner-take-all game scheduled to start around 5 Eastern today. Caprice Bomer is at as many pitches as she threw yesterday. She threw 60 in relief against Butler, 4 scoreless innings. with 6 strikeouts. She's 1 strike away from getting through 3 innings today, and she's on the verge of her 6th strikeout. Line drive down in left center field. Greenwood coming around third. It's Creighton, 2-out magic again.
The Blue Jays are flying high right now, and Perez gives a little nod. She hunts this outside, hits it opposite, and Greenwood, I mean, she dug for that.
You know, we've spent time this weekend talking about Erica Perez, the great season she's had, first team in the Big East. Wondering when she would show up. She has showed up in a big way in this Big East championship. Couple of hits, and Ashton Pearson's got a chance to extend this third even more. Man, I love seeing that smile our crew just got of Erica Perez at first base. Smile on Ashton Pearson's face as well. This is a Creighton team that you wouldn't blame them for being tight. UConn's had their number as of late. They beat them in the championship last year. Remember as well, this is the 3rd straight year that Creighton's in this game. They haven't won it yet. They're playing free and loose right now, and you can see it on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we saw them singing along to some country music pregame. You've seen more of the celebrations as they've gotten on base. They're playing really free and fun.
And it does put a little bit of pressure here on UConn. It's not total pressure, because again, they haven't lost yet. So if they lose this game, it's not over. But you know they didn't want to have to mess around and play 1 extra game today. Pearson hanging tough here as Bomer can't get out of the inning.
And another thing about Creighton pregame that I've noticed is every time that their hype video comes on that the creative team made, they're locked in looking at it. You can tell they're soaking up every moment. Every time My House by Beyonce plays and they see their highlights, they're soaking it in.
Kupal fields, Pearson dives, but not in time. Blue Jays get another 2-out RBI single from Perez, and UConn's got to score some runs. It's important to remember in these championship games how eerie it must feel for both of these teams. You worked all season long, every day, and all of a sudden, your whole day, your whole season comes down to this one day. Rematch of last year's championship that Creighton lost to Connecticut. So far, so good for the Blue Jays. Just added another run, Two-out RBI single from Erica Perez. Brought home a run in the top half of this third. 9-1-2 coming up for UConn. Their catcher, Heidi Barber, leads it off.
You mentioned the pressure that these athletes face when, you know, your season could end right after this. And these are the moments where you find out who the true competitors are. And last inning, with that strikeout that Harris had to end it, that was one of those moments where I was like, yep, she went after it.
Harris has pitched a bunch this weekend, but this is her first start. Audrey Gilman has had all the starts so far for the Blue Jays. Harris stepping into a new role this weekend. It's just her 5th start of the season. Trying to retire Barber here. Heidi Barber hangs tough. This is Heidi's sophomore year, grew up in the Twin Cities, went to White Bear Lake High School, very appropriately named for Minnesota. Had a bunt single and a walk yesterday against Butler. And she walks here. That sets the table for the top of the UConn lineup.
During that entire at-bat, Coach Valentino was yelling at her team in the dugout, come on, get up, hype her up. Every pitch, they were into it.
So they'll lift Barber here for a runner. Isabella Lundquist will bat for her. That's something interesting, Brea, you just pointed out. You know, Creighton right now, all the pressure's on them. Their season's on the line. UConn's had their number. UConn beat them in the title last year. From Connecticut's perspective, it would only be human nature to go, well, if we lose this game, it's not the end of the world because we know it's double elimination. But you also kind of want to have that killer instinct to just end this thing and not give Creighton any hope. You don't want to have to make next game your winner take all.
Yeah, I don't think, just based on the conversations that we've had with Coach Valentino, I don't think that's the mentality of this team.
They have not lost a game in the Big East tournament the last 2 years. They rumbled to a 3-straight win championship last year, when the tournament had 6 teams as opposed to 4 this year. Savannah Ring takes another strike, down in the count.
Harris has done a really good job of getting ahead of hitters and putting herself in good situations. That's really important here with the top of the lineup up.
Harris trying to nibble at that inside edge. Kat Pettis, the Big East Player of the Year, is on deck. This is the tricky part of a tricky UConn lineup. Line drive to right, it's down. Lundquist around second to third, and it's getting real interesting real quick in the bottom of the third.
That's the thing about both of these lineups. 1 through 9, they're both really strong, and you trust anyone in a situation with runners on. You really trust Kat Pettis here, Big East Player of the Year.
Man, that's such a good swing from Ring. That's 2 strikes. That's on the outside part of the plate. That's one of those as Harris inside the circle. You're thinking, shoot, what do I have to throw to get an out? That's not a bad pitch. Pettis showed bunt. That was interesting. She's already homered against Creighton this weekend. Last year, Big East Freshman of the Year. And even after that season, the Connecticut coaching staff said, if Kat can just clear the mechanism, get out of her own head, she's going to be even better. And that's this year. Oh boy, foul ball off her foot. Isn't it amazing how you can wear that protection on your leg and it somehow always misses that protection?
That's just hitter's luck right there. And yeah, bounces right off the top, kind of on the side of her foot.
Those shin guards don't always do the job.
My favorite part after that was Lily West behind the plate giving her a little tap, you know, saying, "Are you okay?" One of the best players for Creighton all time, one of the best players for UConn.
Same spot Landry Harris was in the last at-bat. She could not get Savannah Ring on a 1-2 pitch. What does West call for Harris in this spot? One of the biggest pitches of the game. Does Kat Pettis pounce? Good block by West, but it does get the runner to second. A Pettis single here may tie the game.
This is a tough situation. Payoff pitch coming. Back-to-back uncompetitive pitches, missing high and then missing low. But you can't give her anything too close to the zone.
Big swing, fouls it off. Caitlin Breslin, who's a very capable hitter, is waiting on deck for UConn. But all eyes in Rosemont, Illinois right now, locked on this battle. Pettis on the ground. Pearson looking to home. Lundqvist is caught in a rundown. So Pettis stands at second as the Blue Jays are trying to figure out the arithmetic on this play. They finally tag out Lundqvist, and the Blue Jays will take it.
Heads-up defense by the Blue Jays. Lily West staying calm in that situation. Also Perez at third did a good job of holding the ball. Tough break for the Huskies, but this is a Blue Jay defense that is a key part of their team that they often rely on. Good job by Pearson of getting it down there, recognizing the situation.
All right, so Breslin's coming up here. Second and third, one out. What's Lundqvist thinking about running the base pass on that play?
Yeah, it's tough because you're just stuck, right? Like, you still want runners on second and third to be able to bring them home. And you're hoping that your teammate is able to maneuver, swim around, do some sort of trickery, but at that point, you just have to watch.
Yeah, those contact plays are so tough. Baseball, softball, it doesn't matter. It's kind of a thankless task. (3-0 to Breslin. Haley Kupal's on deck. She is Connecticut's cleanup hitter, but she also doesn't have a hit yet this weekend. Harris being careful with that open bag at first. Strike called. Kupal's waiting for her chance. What situation will she step into? Breslin hits it to right. Barnard's going back. She's got it in front of the track. Ring tags and scores, and UConn's on the board. Pettis to third.
Manufacturing some runs here for UConn. Coach Valentino told us that their whole hitting philosophy is surrounded by hitting the ball hard. It sounds simple, but it's a little bit more of a new school approach. She said that they really focus on exit velocity, and doesn't matter what, just hit it hard. And you just need some loud contact in that situation to bring the runner home at third.
Coach Valentino's probably thinking, okay, great swing. Why couldn't Pettis have given that with second and third, nobody out, instead of at least running into one out? But they'll take it. You know, you got to be careful here. I like this visit from Lily West, right? Because we just said Kupal is hitless on the weekend. Flew out to center field in the second inning. But we also said Kupal's got to be thinking she's due. You have to be careful with a hitter like this.
Yeah, especially, you saw the batting average there flashed on the screen, 284 overall. But in conference play, it was significantly better. She hit 360.
And also remember who's on deck. It's Emma Willers, who was remarkably good yesterday. 2 homers, 6 RBIs. She was a one-woman wrecking crew yesterday for the Connecticut Huskies. Krista Wood comes out as the situational softball here is fascinating. You'd have to think, right, inside the circle, they're talking about, remember who's on deck. You kind of got to get this out. A hitter who's slumping, hasn't had a hit all week.
Yeah, for sure. It's wondering how your attack plan is against Kupol, and you don't want to get to the hitter that was 4 for 4 yesterday with 2 home runs, one of those being a grand slam. When you've got the hot bat going, you just don't want to run into it in a situation like this.
Just missed. That was awfully close to being a strike. Creighton trying to keep this lead into the 4th. 1 strike away from doing that. Breslin's sac fly RBI brought home Ring a couple of minutes ago. Kat Pettis is on third as the dangerous Emma Willers is on deck.
And after that visit to the circle, it seems like the plan of attack here is to go inside, did that back-to-back pitches.
The game within a game is going on right now. A walk may be a problem with who's on deck. That may be a problem. Kupol walks, and the stage is set for Emma Willers. They really didn't have much of an intention of pitching to her first time up. She walked on 5 pitches. 4 hits, 2 homers, 6 runs driven in yesterday. And a chance to blow the lid just about off this game today if she gets hold of another one. She does not have a hit against Creighton this weekend. A couple of women from Texas are battling here. Harris is from Flower Mound. Willers from Dallas itself. Went to high school in Richardson, Texas. Line drive to right. The Blue Jays survive. They hit it right at Barnard. UConn leaves 2 on for the 2nd straight inning, and Landry Harris can breathe.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify. Banking built for real life. No jargon. No hassle. Just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more? Spend smarter? Build wealth? We've got your back. With 0 hidden fees and game-changing savings rates. This is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Always pleased to be joined by Connecticut head coach Laura Valentino. Coach, you got Evan and Bria upstairs again. 3 innings into this game. How you feeling about things so far?
Yeah, I think we did a good job of adjusting that inning and seeing the ball down, and we chipped away and we're able to scratch a run. So that's our game. We're going to find a way and keep scratching runs across.
Yeah, you've said that a couple times. Huskies always find a way. What is it going to take to close this one out, and especially on offense, get some more runs?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about sticking together and getting some back-to-backs, right? Being able to find the ball early and being able to square it up back-to-back is going to be key for our offense right now.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Go Huskies.
Coach Valentino has built a heck of a program. You know, UConn is going for back-to-back Big East tournament championships. Remember, they've won 3 of the last 5 regular season championships. They won a share of it this year with Providence. although they were the 2 seed in this tournament. In the air to left, room for Breslin. 1 pitch, 1 out for Caprice Bomer.
Bomer has looked pretty solid. Again, she's given up the 2 runs, but she's had 5 strikeouts and have made some Creighton Blue Jays a little uncomfortable. That was a hard hit ball.
Another big swing from Ella Dalton, lines it up and out. Bomer yesterday against Butler was excellent in relief for Connecticut. 6 strikeouts in 4 innings. Dalton was a strikeout victim of Bomer back in the 2nd. Bomer has 5 strikeouts in this game. Creighton does have 5 hits. A couple of doubles tossed in the mix. Greenwood's got a double. Lily West has an RBI double. It always kind of cracks me up, Maria. You look at Caprice Bomer, she's smiling out on the mound. Baseball, softball, the demeanor of pitchers during games. There's some who are having a grand old time out there, and some that may as well have their face etched in stone. There's nothing on their face. Good count here for Ella Dalton, who has homered this weekend for Creighton, trying to win their first ever Big East championship. They win this game, and we will have 1 more. UConn is not lost as part of the double elimination bracket. High ball 4, and Dalton's on.
Good at bat there by Dalton. She held off down low, and then that last pitch didn't chase up high. Now you turn over the lineup for dangerous Schultz.
Kaylin's seen the ball very, very well today. Walked a couple of times, scored a run in the 1st on West's RBI double. You can tell Bomer is being very, very careful with Schultz. Two and oh. Caprice Bomer trying to figure out Chris Tahanica's zone.
Yeah, and you see there the smile still. Just gave up a walk, now struggling to find the strike zone a little bit. But she's so loose.
You know, growing up, we all heard this from our parents or teachers once or twice. Wipe that smile off your face. I think it's impossible for Caprice to wipe that smile off her face. Throws one in there, deserves to smile after that strike. This is part of the routine. Turns around, smiles, says, I got this, don't worry, ladies. Turns back and goes to the circle. But if she walks Schultz for the 3rd time, it would be 2 on and 1 out for Tara Vandewater, who is 0 for 2 in this game, but she's also one of the best hitters in the Big East. Pitching to her with multiple runners on is an issue.
After getting down 2-0, Bomer fights back in this. And we've just talked about like how loose she is in the circle, and that's what Coach Valentino said when we talked to her, that she's a rock star teammate, that she's one of the most smiliest people that she has on this roster.
If smiliest is not a word, it should be.
I think it is.
Yeah, close enough. We're on live television. I think that gives us the power to invent words. Sure, why not? This is pitch 81 for Bomer. And it's ball 4. They will have to pitch to Vandewater with 2 on. 3rd walk today for Schultz.
Yeah, Creighton's had a lot of opportunities so far. You mentioned the 5 hits, but also now working out 4 walks. So 9 base runners.
championship setting like we've got all day here in Rosemont, everything just means a little bit more. We are going back and forth. UConn had runners on second and third last inning. Only scored 1 run as Connecticut is prepared to go to the bullpen. That's Amber Breton getting loose, who closed out yesterday's game against Butler for UConn.
Yeah, and that's when Caprice Bomer was rolling, and it didn't seem like she was struggling at all, but Coach Valentino decided to give some experience and just get a little taste of the postseason so that she can come in for spots like this.
Tara Vandewater, sophomore from Iowa, grew up a couple hours from Omaha. First season as a Blue Jay. Last year she was at Oklahoma State. She has been a remarkably welcome addition to this Creighton lineup. Lost Sidra Seville from last year, and Tara stepped into big shoes. Already homered twice and doubled in this Big East tournament. 1-1. You know, that 2-homer game that Vandewater had against Providence on Thursday night, first Blue Jay game where somebody had a 2-home run game since the conference tournament in May of 2003. Vandewater's first season at Creighton, she's making history, but right here she's down in the count.
Yeah, and you mentioned history, 2 RBI shy of tying Sydney Potter's single season program record of 60 RBI set just last year.
She would set the home run, she would set the record with a home run here. Just saying.
Are you calling your shot?
I am not calling my shot, although that did happen down the road at Wrigley Field. Babe Ruth called a shot at Wrigley in the World Series. Inside, 3-2. Couple of walks have put Dalton on second and Schultz on first. Bomer was excellent with her command yesterday. Today, not so much. In the air, right side, Willers has room. Tagging at second and going to third is Dalton. But UConn will trade the extra base for the out there.
Yeah, but you're dealing with Cardiac Creighton and also Lily West, who's searching for a record. So you're not out until you have 3. That's how this works, is you have to have 3 outs to end an inning. But with 2 outs, Creighton has been remarkable bringing runners home this tournament.
Lily West, RBI double in the first, tied the Creighton career hits record. A hit here gives her the record and grows the lead for the Blue Jays. The senior from Choctaw, Oklahoma, it's a half hour from Oklahoma City, has had one heck of a career. Lily was under-recruited coming out of high school. Given a chance, and she has shined. One and two, big swing and a miss as Bomer is on the verge of one of her biggest strikeouts of the season. UConn just left a couple on base in the bottom of the third. Does Creighton leave 2 on here in the fourth? Creighton's up 2-1 in this game, but it could be bigger. They've left at least 1 on in every inning. They left them loaded in the second. They've left 5 on in the game so far.
Yeah, Lily West down to 2 strikes. Bomer trying to get her to chase outside. She got that strikeout to leave them stranded.
Check swing. West thought about it. She didn't go. Ooh, boy.
Good job of West holding up here. She already chased that pitch out of the zone earlier in the at-bat, but stage discipline. She was close.
You could see her go. Woo. That time she does offer on basically the same pitch and fouls it off. On the edge of your seat in moments like this, 2 on, 2 out. Big spot for Creighton. Trying to win their first ever Big East Tournament championship today. They'll have to beat Connecticut twice to do it. Got her on the corner. That's strike 3. And Caprice Bomer gets out of the jam. What guts! She strikes out one of the best players in Creighton history with 2 on and 2 out. Connecticut's title defense is alive.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify. Banking built for real life. No jargon. No hassle. Just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more? Spend smarter? Build wealth? We've got your back. With 0 hidden fees and game-changing savings rates. This is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Head coach Krista Wood of Creighton, kind enough to join us before the bottom of the 4th. Coach, your team's got a lead here against the defending champs. How you feeling about things?
I mean, we're going out, we're giving it our best. I mean, we just got to keep playing ball. We knew this was going to be a dogfight. We got to keep winning every pitch, defensively, offensively. I mean, they're a great team. We're in here to win the first 7, so we just got to keep grinding. We just got to keep grinding.
You guys dropped the first round to UConn and then have to recover fighting your way back now. I'm interested to know what the conversations have been like after that first round and then coming into this game against them again.
I mean, I just tell our kids, we have earned this. We've earned this. So just keep fighting, keep playing together, and put in God's hands. We'll be wherever we are.
Appreciate it, Coach. Best of luck. Appreciate coaches like Krista Wood giving us time. That's a lot in the middle of a game. We understand it. We appreciate giving us some time. Bria, we've talked about throughout this week about how Coach Wood and her team, look, they downplayed it. They didn't want to outright come out and say everything that's on the line, but they know what's going on. It's her 4th season. They've made the championship game here in the Big East 3 years in a row. Lost in that game to UConn last year. All she really has left to do with her Creighton program is finally win the Big East and get to the NCAA tournament. And you can feel that pressure's not the right word, but you can feel that pent-up emotion in her voice even as she's answering our questions up here.
Yeah, that has to be tough, getting so close every year. And just something else to point out that's really cool today is that all 3 Division I programs in Nebraska are fighting for a conference championship in their respective conferences. That's Creighton here, Nebraska-Omaha, and Nebraska.
Kibling puts it in the air to left, and it's caught. Greenwood started in, then she went back as the wind was pushing it back, and the freshman made a heck of a catch.
Stellar defense, that's been the name of the game for Creighton all season. This is put in the air, and like you said, she had to turn over her shoulder and hits the wall.
Man, you could almost hear Greenwood thinking in left. Step in, uh-oh, and then she had to start running back. That's a heck of a play. Ava Calciano stepping into the box. She had a darn good swing against Creighton on Thursday. A double off the top of the wall. Drove in 2 in that game. I mean, the benefit here for UConn is, right, with such a powerful lineup, you are still just the 1 swing away from tying the game. And you're facing a pitcher in Harris who, this is just her 5th start of the season. This is still a bit of an abnormal role for her. Falciano, the 7-hitter in the UConn lineup. DeMayo's on deck. She's the 8-hitter. DeMayo has homered against Creighton this week. Slow roller to first. Mayhew makes the play. 2 gone, just like that.
A little less dramatic than the last at-bat, but yet another ball in play, and her defense gets it done. 2 quick outs here for Harris, who now in the bottom of the 4th has really worked her way in this one.
DeMayo struck out swinging against Harris in the 2nd. That was a big strikeout. Left a couple of Huskies on base. They've had their chances the last couple of innings. Left 2 on in the 2nd, left 2 on in the 3rd. Force not done. Slow roller back to the mound. Landry Harris is doing a job. 4 innings, a 1-run ball. Creighton is 9 outs away from forcing 1 more game. Big East Softball brought to you by Invesco QQQ, the official ETF of the Big East Conference. And Big East Softball on ESPN Plus, also brought to you by Alumnify. Let's go. Starting to come down the wire in our first game today. We could have 2. UConn hasn't lost yet in this tournament. It's double elimination. So if Creighton hangs on and wins here, we have a true winner-take-all championship game as part of the Big East Softball tournament. Creighton has never trailed in this game. They scored the first run in the 1st, 1 more in the 3rd. UConn got a run back in the bottom of the 3rd. Creighton has left a lot on the table today, though. Caprice Bomer keeps getting out of jams. Blue Jays have left 7 on base in the first 4 innings. Line drive to right center. It is down. Keegan Mayhew, another sweet swing. The Big East Freshman of the Year has a leadoff double in the 5th.
Caprice Bomer has had Mayhew's number the last 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts. But this time she goes outside. Finds the gap there. And now it's time to figure out if Creighton can finally capitalize on having a runner in scoring position. Just 1 for 8 on the day.
And you wonder how much longer Caprice Bomer will go. Jessica Walter, who UConn relies heavily upon, who's already pitched a couple of times this weekend, has been warming in the bullpen. All things considered, Bomer has been good. She does have those 6 strikeouts. She's left all those Blue Jays on base. But we're in championship mode here, Bree. I don't think Coach Valentino and those Huskies are going to wait too long and mess around here.
Yeah, and Walter really confused some Creighton hitters in their first time up. A complete game and was able to go the length there for the first time this season. You have to imagine that she would start a game number 2 if that's the case, but she may come in here too and try to keep the damage low while their offense does the work.
Megan McCutcheon is on the field for the first time this weekend. She's running for Mayhew. Sophomore from Defiance, Missouri, not too far from St. Louis, is in a big spot. She's hoping she gets the chance to run. Zoe Greenwood's double in the third would be plenty enough here if she repeats that feat. Drop down. Smart play by Barber to let it roll. Foul.
I love these two freshmen back-to-back in the lineup for Creighton. Mayhew and Greenwood have really fed off of each other, and Coach Wood has told us, like, these freshmen coming in, they had no expectations, so it almost makes it easier for them because what do you have to lose? You're a freshman, just show out, show what you can do.
Back to a 1-2 count. You know, amongst Boehmer's strikeouts, there are 6. 5 of them have been swinging. Bria, you've talked about all day, that usually means there's a lot of movement on Boehmer's pitches. That time high and out, 2-2.
Yeah, she's gotten the Blue Jays to chase out of the zone a couple times with those strikeouts, but also the walk number is high. The Blue Jays have hit her well, 6 hits so far.
Rolled over to the right side. Nice play at first. Paul slipped. I've seen a couple of players slip over there today. Looks like she's okay, thank goodness. McCutcheon to third.
Yeah, that last ground out almost acts as a de facto bunt here. Pulls it to the right side and is able to move the runner over. This is a big run on third if Creighton can get it in and get a little bit more insurance.
You know, I think on that last play, Erica Perez takes outside. You see they have those double bases at first base. We see that in college baseball too. The point of the extra base is to try to avoid twisted ankles. I think Kupal actually stepped right on the middle where you have that orange extra base and the white regular base. Again, thank goodness she's all right. Yeah, I think she stepped right in the middle there. I think that's what happened. Erica Perez is having a day. 2 hits and an RBI. Ashton Pearson is on deck. Avery Barnard after that. Amongst the next 3 hitters, they've gone in this game a combined 1 for 6. So this is a big batter. McCutcheon, the runner at third, running in Mayhew's place. Mayhew doubled to start this inning. 3-2 to Erica Perez, named first team in the Big East this year.
Yeah, was named to that team. 400 was her batting average through conference play, and a few ticks above 1,200 for the OPS.
In the air to left, chasing everyone back. That's going to do the job. Kibley makes the catch, but McCutcheon can score with ease. And Creighton's up by 2 again.
Both of these offenses are able to have the big hit in big moments, but this time it's Creighton manufacturing a run. We saw the ground out to move the run over to third, and now this time a long fly out to bring her home.
Pearson pops it up. And the catch made by Ring as Boehmer got out of the way quick. Blue Jays get another run across. They're 9 outs away from forcing one more game. basketball about getting rid of demons. They've never won the Big East Tournament Championship. They've lost 7 out of their last 8 to UConn. They lost to them in this game 18-4 last year. So far, so good. 9 outs away from forcing one more game, which would be coming up, scheduled to start right around 4:30 Eastern time, 3:30 Central. Barber hits it to center, but Dalton's got room, and Landry Harris has got it out to start bottom 5.
Long fly out there, but just want to point out too, the wind is whipping right now. It's been pretty consistent throughout the game. We haven't seen a long ball yet, but it's starting to pick up even more.
Wind's been on and off all weekend long, as it often can be in this part of Illinois. Third time through the order, Savannah Ring singled and scored in the third. That was a really big inning for Connecticut. They had second and third, and Kat Pettis was at the plate with nobody out. But they only scored 1 run. Felt like they left a lot on the table in that inning. UConn's left 4 on in this game. Remember, this is a Connecticut lineup in this tournament coming into today. They scored 21 combined runs in 2 games. Today, Landry Harris, just her 5th start in the circle this year for Creighton, has done the job. Pettis is on deck. Kat's the Big East Player of the Year. This one in the air to left. Greenwood made the play. She has been battling that wind in the last couple of innings, and she's winning the battle.
Yeah, back-to-back flyouts, and again, this Blue Jay team playing so loose. Everyone getting in on the celebrations, whether it be when they're getting on base or even when they make a play in the outfield. I love that.
2 gone for Pettis. And this ball is rocketed to center. A sharp single to keep the 5th inning alive. That's what you call an ambush.
Yeah, she came in, attacked first pitch. Harris goes up in the zone, and Pettis meets it right away.
So Caitlin Breslin's coming up. Couple of hits in each of the first 2 games in this tournament for UConn. Doubled against Creighton on Thursday. In the air to right. Barnard's got room, and Creighton is 6 outs away from forcing one more game. UConn leaves a 2-out base runner on, and Landry Harris is doing that job. The fascinating chess match part of this game, because remember, double elimination tournament. Creighton wins the game, we got 1 more game. UConn hasn't lost yet, so we were wondering how would they utilize their pitchers in this position. Bomer's out, and Sydney Koosh is in for the first time all weekend.
Yeah, first time we've gotten a look of her. You see there, mid-60s velocity, screwball drop and change up. Big note there, large vertical break on her drop. It can get up to 11 inches.
So what kind of challenges does that present for Creighton now?
You have to really be disciplined at the plate because it's coming in at your eye level and then all of a sudden it drops down at your feet.
On paper, an easier part of the lineup for Sydney to step into here. 8-9-1. Barnard leads it off. She's 0 for 2. Dalton on deck is 0 for 1. And then Schultz after that walked 3 times against Boehmer. You know, overall, Caprice Boehmer was still pretty good. 5 innings, 3 runs, 6 strikeouts, but 4 walks, Bria. That's totally opposite of what she did yesterday against Butler when she was so good in relief. Caprice in this game, her command just wasn't quite there. Creighton took advantage.
Yeah, her stuff is still good enough to get those big strikeout numbers like she did again today, but 0 walks yesterday, a handful today. And those were the most walks that she's had in about a month, I think dating back to April 12th or something like that, so give or take. But she's been pretty solid with her command as of late in the season.
Sydney Kush inside that circle now. Redshirt junior from Canton, Ohio. Started her college career at Robert Morris, not too far from Greater Cleveland in Pittsburgh. She walks Barnard to start this inning. A little bit wild to begin. You know, what's interesting about them bringing in Kush here, too, is we talked about last inning how Jessica Walter was warming up inside the circle. Again, that goes back to the chess match that both these teams have to play, because if you're UConn, if you lose this game, it's not total disaster. You'd have one more game. If you're Krista Wood and Creighton, you have to win this game. So I do wonder if Coach Valentino is thinking, she doesn't want to lose this game, of course, but it would only be human nature to think, well, do I want to use Walter now? Do I want to save her for later? There are such fascinating decisions to be made here.
Yeah, and I think coming into this tournament, too, is we were wondering when we were going to see Sydney Kush, because she's usually their game 2, appears in game 2 for the Huskies.
Cheeky Vasquez is batting in Dalton's spot here. She's batted a handful of times this weekend. What a difference a couple of days makes. First game between these two teams, our second game of the tournament on Thursday. UConn beat Creighton 9-3. They scored 9 unanswered. They got to Audrey Gilman, Creighton's star freshman pitcher. Today, Connecticut can't figure out Landry Harris. They have 1 run on 3 hits. And right now the focus is we got to keep more Creighton runs from coming on the board here. Butt drop down, foul. Our 6th game of the weekend. New format to this Big East softball tournament this year. Last year we had 6 teams competing in Villanova. This year 4. Also the broadcast on a new home this year. Everything's been on ESPN Plus, whether you've been watching every single game with Bria and I this weekend, or this is the first one you're watching. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you supporting Big East Sports. ESPN Plus, the new streaming home. I'm sure you've watched a whole bunch of softball and volleyball and men's and women's hoops. Vasquez working a good battle here. It's 3-2.
Yeah, Kush still hasn't really established her zone yet. That's not normally the case for her. More strikeouts than walks on the season.
Line drive, stopped on a hop at short, only placed to first, and they got her. That's a tricky play for Pettis, and strong work to at least get 1 out.
Yeah, you see the smiles after that one. That could have been disaster for her. Hit sharply, a little hop, and It bounces up, she has to gather it and just gets the throw off. Throw was a little off the bag too, so good job there by Paul to stretch for it.
Fourth at-bat of the game coming up for Kaylin Schultz. She has had an excellent eye. 3 walks in this game and scored a run after her first walk in the first. To left center field, always watching that wind, handled by Kibling for another out.
That's one of the first swings we've seen Schultz take today. Like you said, 3 walks that she's worked.
Tara Vanderwater coming up. She has been held in check in this game. Couple of flyouts and a strikeout for one of Creighton's best hitters, who doubled yesterday to eliminate Butler. She homered twice to eliminate Providence on Thursday night. When UConn comes back to the plate, bottom of the 6th, they will have 4, 5, 6. Kupal, Willers, and Kibling. You know, Creighton's left a lot of runners on base in this game. They're up 3-1. It could be more. The Blue Jays have left 7 on base.
Yeah, stranded bases loaded earlier in the game, and they're only 3 for 15 with runners on base.
By the way, just some housekeeping here. So Vasquez on that last play, she was out on batter's interference. That's why Avery Barnard is standing at first base. Barnard had to go back. That play that Kat Pettis made ended up being a moot point because she was rolled out on batter's interference. On the ground, Pettis across in time. Kupal got her foot in the bag, and Creighton is now left 8 on in the game. As man, Kupal is working hard at first, and she's not up yet. Remember, she turned her ankle on the bases earlier today. Sure hope she's all right. She's a gamer. Creighton up 3-1, 6 outs away from forcing another game. That's awesome news. Haley Kupal is off the field under her own power after doing the splits to secure the final out of the top of the 6th. They were taking a look at that play to see if the Creighton runner was out, or did Vanderwater leg out an infield single. But Pettis and Kupal combined to make the play, so we stay at 3-1, going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Evan Stockton, Bria Losick, alongside our entire hard-working crew that has been here from nearly dawn until dusk the last couple of days. Appreciate the heck out of them working hard, and thanks to all of you who have been watching. This is what they were just looking at. Not only did the throw beat her, but was her foot on the bag. I mean, Kupal must have been a gymnast in a past life, because that is a full split.
Yeah, she went for it and got a key out for her team late in the game, and somehow still managed to keep her foot on the base.
And somewhere the softball gods are laughing, because look who leads off the inning, Haley Kupal. Of course she does.
Yeah, and even before that, another throw from Kat Pettis at short. She stretched for 1-2 and was in a full lunge.
And there was a play earlier in this game where she slipped on the double bases at first base. So she has earned the post-game ice bath, whatever that may be. UConn's hoping they only have to play one game today. They win this game and they're tournament champs. Creighton gets 6 more outs before UConn gets 2 runs, and they force another game. Landry Harris has done the job. Kupal, she's a gamer. I just don't know if she's 100% right now. There's no way she can be.
Yeah, she was slow to get up from first base in the top half of the inning after stretching for the last play. And now first pitch she sees, yeah, it's that back foot, it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to take her out here. You know what I think happens is when something like that happens, the adrenaline can get you through a couple of minutes, and then reality sets in, or maybe she just re-aggravated on that swing, but that's a gigantic bummer. You hate to see it. Oh, boy.
And just the fact that she came out to the box in the first place after aggravating that, and you said it, she's a gamer, the way that she wanted to still be out there for her team. These are the moments your season is on the line, you're trying to get that automatic bid into the NCAA tournament, and not only play more softball, but be with your teammates, this group, for 1 more game, 2 more games, whatever it is. That's the part that, when you look back, anyone will tell you that it's the memories off the field and when you're in the dugout that you look back at. And so it just means more for both of these teams, not only just to extend some softball careers for the seniors, but this is some of the last few moments they'll have playing together with this exact group.
That's how Kupal initially suffered the injury, with that stretch at first, and then on that check swing to begin this at bat, the injury was aggravated even more. So here's the swing, the check swing. Oh, man. That right there is the realization setting in that she just can't keep going.
Yeah, you could see it as soon as she twisted her body.
So now UConn's coaching staff has got to figure out, okay, who are we going to put in here?
Yeah, and they come in on a 1-0 count as well.
Yeah, get as much time as you want due to an injury. Another layer to this Big East championship. Creighton last year lost in this game to Connecticut 18-4. They've lost 7 out of 8 to the UConn program. UConn's going for back-to-back championships. Last year was their history maker. They hadn't won the league in 24 years. Creighton, since joining the Big East, has never won the tournament championship, which, if you've been following Creighton softball for a long time, you know is abnormal. Before joining the Big East, they were excellent year after year. Plenty of trips to the NCAA tournament.
And we mentioned earlier, too, that 3 Nebraska teams in softball are in their conference tournament championship today. Nebraska took down UCLA to take it. Nebraska-Omaha looks like they're up pretty handedly and will probably win. So Creighton trying to be the 3rd team in the state. That's pretty cool. And also a Major League Volleyball championship game today featuring the Omaha Supernovas. So big day for women's sports in Nebraska.
I feel bad for all the people who have to run errands today and don't have the time to watch sports in Nebraska. Just cancel the errands. You can always do them tomorrow.
No one's running errands right now.
Yeah, you can do them tomorrow. Bella Safola, after this injury delay, Haley Kupal out. Bella will bat. Bella, the sophomore from Long Island, went to St. Anthony's High School on Long Island, same high school that the head coach of the Cleveland Cavs went to. Kenny Atkinson is coaching a game right now. The Cavs are beating the Pistons in Game 3 of their series. Pistons off to a 2-0 lead. This is a bit of a thankless task, Brielle. We talk about relievers having to come in with multiple runners on base. Well, as a hitter, you got to walk into a 1-0 count. This is really, really hard. Outside, ball 3. That dugout is trying to give her some juice. And oh, by the way, if Safola gets on base, Emma Willers is on deck, who hit 2 home runs yesterday.
And you know who's at the top of the step leading the way in the dugout? It's Caprice Bomer.
Ball 4. Safola draws 3 in a row, and the table is set for Connecticut. Bella's got some speed on the base paths too. 4 for 6 on stolen base attempts. Do they put her in motion, or do they let Emma do her thing? Man, Landry Harris has done that job in the circle, but you wonder if she's starting to run out of time.
Gets the first pitch strike though after a walk that didn't look too competitive. No one warming up right now in the bullpen for Creighton that we can see.
In case you're wondering, Caitlin Kibling is on deck, and she has 2 triples this week against Creighton. Whatever pixie dust Landry Harris has left, she's got to find some. It hit her.
Landry Harris doesn't think so.
Emma Willers is fired up as she heads to first.
Smiles all around for this UConn Husky team that now has 2 on, no out, bottom of the 6th. When we talked to Coach Valentino in the break, as we see this replay to confirm if it hit her or not, high spin coming inside.
Krista Woods now going to turn and talk to Krista Hanukkah, the home plate umpire. I mean, this is, again, one of those deals. You can go back and take a look, but how do you prove that it didn't hit her? I mean, this is going to be really tough to overturn.
Yeah, this is a big spot in the game. You can see she pulls back. Again, it's coming up and inside with a ton of spin.
I mean, maybe the way to prove if it hit her is just look at her elbow guard and see if there's any softball seams on there, or indentation.
I would say, you know, if the ball moves direction, but it's already spinning so much.
Right. We have seen all weekend long, Bella, and the replay crew that is actually sitting in the booth directly to our left, they've had to work hard all weekend, and more often than not, we have seen call stands. And they did confirm the call. So apparently they saw enough to confirm the call. They saw the pad, that elbow guard, move. Krista Wood's not gonna like it, but her Creighton Blue Jays, as they try to get rid of Connecticut Demons today, will have to get out of this big mess. 2 on and nobody out in the 6th.
Yeah, Coach Wood was not happy about that replay, but Emma Willers was.
It's like I told you I got hit. You didn't believe me?
And now this is the time, if you're Harris in the circle and Coach Wood going to visit with her, you control what you can control when it comes to playing in sports, whatever it is. There's times that you might not think that it hit her, and this is a big situation, but it's all about how you handle the adversity, how you move the page forward. You can't dwell on the past. You have to just go to the next pitch.
both of these teams' seasons, all that work during the season, before the season, is starting to boil down to a couple of at-bats. Caitlin Kibling, who this year has improved her numbers by standing more upright in the box. Bria was explaining earlier today why she made that move. A little more power, a little more leg drive. And this time she rips it just foul. Inches away from maybe a hit that would have tied the game.
And part of that is the motor preferences piece that Coach Valentino and her hitting staff has focused on, and a lot of that is playing to the strengths of your hitters. You don't treat every hitter the same because everyone has different bodies, different tendencies. And so for Kibling here, it works for her to be more upright.
Popped her up. Pearson has got it. Infield fly rule was in effect. That is a gigantic out.
Yeah, that's a swing that Kibling wants back. It almost seemed like a little halfway check swing, but a huge out for Creighton here.
Before Ava Calciano comes to the plate, Laura Valentino talking with Krista Hanukkah. Willer's the runner at first, Safola the runner at second. Safola had to come in because Haley Kupal was injured on a check swing earlier in this inning. Calciano has a sweet swing against Creighton this week. Doubled off the top of the right field wall back on Thursday. This time she hits a number that rolls back fair. To win a title, you gotta get some breaks. Creighton maybe just got a break.
Yeah, I think Calciano thought maybe that was rolling foul and would have another opportunity. Good pitch here by Harris, jams her inside. It just dribbles fair.
Job's not done though. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. And Kaylee DeMayo coming up. She homered against Creighton on Thursday. She has a hit in every game. And this one's back to the mound. Landry Harris got out of trouble. How about that? UConn leaves 2 in scoring position. The Blue Jays are 3 outs away. It could be a historic day for the Creighton softball program, and we've already seen history today. This RBI double from Lily West the opposite way in the top of the first gave her a tie for the career hits record with the Creighton Blue Jays. And look who's coming up with the Blue Jays up by 2 in the top of the 7th. Lily West. Creighton today, if they win this game and win one more to double eliminate UConn. It would be their first ever Big East championship. And one more hit for Lily, and she's alone at the top of the record books.
She's already had such a historic career at Creighton, but she's playing some of her best softball. 21 games in a row she's gotten on base. That's a career long.
You know Lily's calm in that box. I don't know how aware she is of history. It's probably somewhere in the back of her brain. A remarkable career and a remarkable footnote this would officially be if she gets one more hit here. Up the middle, into center field. It's history for Lily West, the new all-time career hits leader for the Creighton Blue Jays.
What a career for Lily West. The fans are on their feet from Omaha. They know what just happened. Simple approach, goes straight up the middle. And this is a Creighton Blue Jay that has started 224 games for the program. And now she has the career all-time hits.
You know, Lily is somebody who was under-recruited coming out of high school. This program gave her a chance, and she has paid that off. It's not going to sink in right now. She's trying to win this game and trying to win one more. It's in the air to right. Willers is going back. It's over her head. Mayhew's got another double. West is coming around third, and everybody's safe. Keegan Mayhew, RBI triple. And it's the largest lead of the game for Creighton.
We talk about history just being made for Lily West, but how about the future of this Creighton softball program? That's a freshman there standing up at third. This is a long, hard hit ball over the head of Willers, and all she can do is reach for it.
This one poked to left and down. These are gigantic insurance run for the Blue Jays.
Do you think they're feeling a little taste of revenge right now?
1,000%.
The fans from Omaha love it. They traveled super well, and if you know anyone from the Midwest, specifically Nebraska, yes, the airport is right here, but I can imagine some drove in. It's about 8 hours.
For a Midwesterner, that's nothing, man.
Nothing. I've made the drive many times.
Let's stop at the grocery store. Let's stop at the gas station a couple of times, get some snacks, and we're there in no time. Single, triple, single. Sydney Kush has given up 2 runs that may ensure that we're playing one more game in this Big East softball championship. Last year in this championship game, Creighton lost 18-4. Now, to be fair, this is not the same Connecticut team. The Jenkins sisters are gone. Lexi Hastings is not here anymore. But this team is still talented. This UConn team beat Creighton 9-3 earlier this week. The effort and resilient nature that Creighton has showed in this first game of the day, as all of a sudden it's looking like we may have 2, you got to tip your cap to this team. Perez puts it in the air to left, lands foul. And now again, Bria, we go back to the decision that was made by the Connecticut coaching staff earlier. Caprice Bomer comes out after 5 innings, and instead of going to Jessica Walter or even Amber Breton, as we saw them go to Amber Breton earlier this week, they go to somebody who hadn't pitched all week in Sydney Kush, who pitched a scoreless 6, but now she gives up some runs here in the 7th. I think that was the right decision, because now it sure seems like we're going to have another game, and you'd assume they go to Walter for that game. Slow roller back to Kush. Nice throw to first, 1 gone.
Much needed first out for Kush, and even in that top of the 6th, she didn't really have a firm grip of her command. She gave up a couple of walks, and now that she's finally finding in the zone, Creighton's just hitting her. You look at the difference, too, in hits between the two teams. Creighton now with 9, especially adding a few timely ones this inning. UConn only 3. That's very unlike them.
And 2, if we do end up playing another game, something to keep in mind, they're probably missing their starting first baseman. Haley Kupal has left this game with an injury, so that's going to change the lineup too. It's kind of been the theme of this tournament, right? You wake up, you come to the ballpark, and you never know what's going to happen. You never know what you're going to think about when you're leaving. We will have a hitter here in Ashton Pearson's place, Ashley Smetter. Her first at-bat of the weekend is a fly. Oh, it's not a fly out. It was mishandled and left. Ava Calciano has moved to left field, and the wind may have played tricks on it.
And that's a tough break here for Koosh, who's just trying to get outs any way she can. The line continues for Creighton, really hoping, if you're UConn, that it doesn't turn over.
Yeah, because you're hovering on the danger, right? 4 runs, it's still a remarkable comeback. 5 or 6, and you may as well guarantee that we're playing another game. Because of the injury to Kupal, Calciano is now playing left. They moved Breslin to first. She was in left. This one up the middle. Tag second one. Relay back. No. 2 gone in the inning. Greenwood moved to third on the play. And now the runner advances to second. Just like that, second and third, 2 outs.
Now we're going to have a meeting in the circle.
All right, so watch this. Grounded to short. Pettis nearly turns 2. Barnard is safe. And then she eventually gets to second.
Yeah, this is a Creighton team that will always be digging for the second base or having some heads-up play and knowing where the ball is and always taking the extra one. Yeah, Koosh has it in the circle, but time's not called and she's able to swipe it.
The plot thickens for Koosh. Ella Dalton back to the plate. Cheeky Vasquez batted for her in the 6th. Dalton has a home run earlier this week. A hit here, and UConn, it may be fully out of reach for a remarkable comeback. Walk in the 4th inning. Dalton 0 for 1 in this game. Also struck out swinging against Caprice Bomer. That came back in the 2nd inning. In the air, Pettis has got it. But a couple of pivotal runs for the Blue Jays in the top of the 7th. Up by 4, 3 outs away from forcing another game. what happens here in this 7th inning. Coach Laura Valentino and her Connecticut Huskies, their season won't end here in this game because this tournament is double elimination and they haven't lost yet. Creighton came into this game needing to win to force a 7th and final game of the Big East softball tournament. And Landry Harris back to the circle, facing Heidi Barber, the first batter of the 7th. 3 outs, and Creighton partially avenges last year's loss in the Big East Championship and forces a true winner-take-all decider. That next one will start probably around 4 Central, 5 Eastern. It's a Creighton team that's lost 7 of their last 8 to UConn. They lost to them 9-3 back on Thursday early in this Big East tournament. Landry Harris, in just her 5th start of the season for the Creighton Blue Jays, is 3 outs away from going the distance. Barber hangs tough. You know, Barber's had a couple of good at-bats in this game against Harris. She's walked and she's lined out sharply to center. UConn's had its chances. In this game, they've left 7 on base. They just left 2 in scoring position, down by 2 in the 6th. The last thing Creighton wants to see is a leadoff walk to the 9-hitter to start the 7th inning.
Yeah, now Harris is about to throw her 100th pitch of the game.
Line drive, base hit, left field. And the Huskies have a pulse.
The way this team shows up every day to the field and the way that they cheer each other on, you see them in the dugout, you feel like they always have a chance. What's interesting is in games that they're trailing after the 6th inning, they're only 1-13 on the season.
They do get it back to the top of the lineup in Savannah Ring. And let's just again state what Creighton is dealing with here. They've lost 7 of 8 to Savannah Ring in the Connecticut Husky program. They lost to them in the championship last year. Creighton has never won the Big East Championship. So they're not really just playing the Connecticut Huskies. They're also playing all of the ghosts for all of these years before them. They cannot win the championship in this 7th, but they can make sure they officially are playing for one. And right now, this is not the start to the 7th inning they wanted at all.
No, it is not, and I see a certain Audrey Gilman warming up right now in the bullpen.
And oh, by the way, the start to the 7th inning, that's why those 2 runs in the top half of the 7th for the Blue Jays were so important.
Yep.
Just gives them a little bit of breathing room. Ooh, caught the corner. 3-2.
Gutsy here by Harris. She walks around and resets herself. Big pitch coming up. Good framing by West.
Line drive, that ball's down. And it's 2 on and nobody out. We are far from the finish line.
Back-to-back singles for the Huskies, and Harris seems to be losing some steam. She struggled with her control, got down 3-0 in the count, did work her way back, but give up back-to-back contact. She does have time on her side, right? She only needs 3 outs.
These Huskies have been here before, battle-tested. That bullpen led by Audrey Gilman, one of the best freshman pitchers in all of collegiate softball, who had started every game in this tournament for Creighton. That's who's warming up. Pettis, the Big East Player of the Year at the plate. She cannot tie the game here. But if Creighton isn't scared yet, she can put a real big scare into them with a big swing. Pulled the string, 1-1.
And again, those 2 runs in the top half of the inning are so important because we saw it in the first round game of this tournament with UConn. They put up a 4 spot against Creighton. They have the ability to have a big inning.
Loop down the right field line, it lands. Barber is stopped at third, and then all of a sudden they got to send the runner back to second. Ring was darn near all the way to third. It was a late stop sign by Valentino at third, and she's over there knowing she almost cost her team. Oh boy.
Yeah, this could have been interesting for UConn. Kat Pettis goes opposite field, and they just keep stringing at bats together, 3 singles in a row. That's what Coach Valentino told us in our in-game interview. They haven't been able to string them together in this game. They came into this inning with only 3 hits.
The table is set for the junior from Hopkinton, Massachusetts, Caitlin Breslin. In the air to center. Dalton makes the catch. Barber tags and scores. It's a 3-run game. Ring gets to third on the play too.
Harris and the Blue Jays will take that because now they're 2 outs away. But still a dangerous situation here because with the power of this lineup, so many of these Huskies can change the game with 1 swing.
But look who's got a bat here in Haley Kupal's spot. It's Bella Safola, who does not have a hit all season.
I mean, what a time to get one.
She doesn't even technically have official at bat. She got a walk in her last at bat. She shows bunt, and it's called strike. Sports are awesome. Bella Safola doesn't have an official at bat all season. She runs into one here. She ties the Big East championship. She's down in the count 1-2 as Harris tries to put her away.
Sports are also awesome because Harris gets ahead in the count 1-2 deep in this game, throwing 114 pitches.
Got her. Creighton's 1 out away from making sure we have one more game in the Big East Softball Championship.
Gutsy by Harris. Gets her to chase outside in the opposite batter's box. That's only her 2nd strikeout of the day. But hey, look who's at the plate right now.
Emma Willers. 2 home runs yesterday. A grand slam. 6 driven in. I am fascinated to see what they throw to her here.
Wind blown out to right.
So you think they're going to throw a lot of stuff outside so she can't pull to right?
You would think so, and that's how Harris has gotten both of her strikeouts in big moments.
In the air, left field, Greenwood squeezes it, and Creighton's season is not over yet. We will have a 7th and final game in the Big East Softball Tournament in 2026.
What a performance right there by Landry Harris for the Blue Jays, and they survive and can taste it. They still got one more, but what a performance, and we've got a 3rd game in this tournament between these 2 teams.
First time that Connecticut's lost in this tournament in the last 2 years. It's double elimination for a reason. We will have a true title game, true winner-take-all in about 35 minutes or so from Rosemont. This has been an action-packed weekend, and no one wants to go home yet. We got one more game coming, and we can't wait to bring it to you right here on ESPN+. Remarkably gutsy by Creighton. Those 2 gigantic runs in the top half of the 7th inning ensure that we've got one more game. For Bree and the whole crew, Evan saying so long where Creighton wins 5-2. Someone's going to hold that up in just about a couple of hours. UConn and Creighton for a title in about 35 minutes. Don't go anywhere.